Hello everyone, I'm happy to be part of the GSA 2025. As global bureaucracy and normative order continue to affect scholars and intellectuals moving from one country to another, I'm happy to present my part in this paper titled Wake the Fly, an activist approach to a transcontinental filmmaking between Nigeria and Germany, using this particular platform. My name is Longul Makprindakwom. I am a lecturer with the University of Jos in central Nigeria. I'm also a co-director of the film Wake the Flies, a project I have the honor of doing alongside Lena Trupher. Our film examines the contradiction of a long history of dispossession, exploitation, and displacement of thousands of people in Jos Plateau since the early 2000s. While Western media often simplifies the conflict and reduced it to a religious conflict between Muslim and Christian groups, our project shows that the situation is far more complex. We do this by presenting the hidden scripts as seen and decoded through eyewitnesses and local historians, voices that otherwise would have been largely silenced in both local and international reports. Talking about the hidden transcript, to quote our security experts in the film, Dr. Jim Amlar, who said that the Nigerian security system was established for state protection and not the protection of lives of its citizens. This hidden transcript, of course, is traceable to colonial policing and military regimes in Nigeria. These hidden scripts exemplify the material of police brutality by securities, even to the victims of the conflict themselves. In Nigeria, the repercussions of colonialism are complex and have continued to shape the country's social, political, and economic frameworks. On an economic level, Nigeria is a provider of raw materials to British industrial expansion and as a consumer of European manufactured goods. This imbalanced economic relationship established a fragile foundation for the Nigerian economy that endures to this day. On a political front, the British modified local institutions, occasionally conferring additional powers to specific rulers while simultaneously undermining their sovereignty, which exacerbated ethnic divisions. In the film, our attention to the Plateau and Hausa ethnic tension is a transcript of these heritage as well. The advent of Christianity, of course, also resulted to the denouncement and subsequent replacement of various traditional religious practices. Our film, Wake the Flies, help us to rethink colonialism. The fly, of course, used in our film is a symbol of conflict and violence. Today in Jos, central Nigeria, we are left with a lot of the heritage sites of colonial mining, where those raw materials of tin were mined to the mega cities of the United Kingdom. This form of legacy is what is bequeathed to us as environmental degradation. And again, the social polarization of our people is also a source of violence today. Lena and I were connected through the shared interest in the motif of the fly. We see the symbolism of the fly as a borderless observer and a harbinger of death, which allows the film to connect to the specific violence in Jos, but again to a broader universal issues of increasing polarization and conflict globally. The film ends with the line, "This is a story of the world," which emphasizes that the issues it addresses, that is communal violence and the role of the weak institutions and bad leadership, are not only unique to Nigeria. We see our approach as an act of activism, drawing inspiration from Christiana Sharp's concept of the wake walk. This concept, as defined, is the creation of artistic work that provoke consciousness and resistance. We see this in different dimensions. One, remembering the victims and trauma healing. The violence in Jos has left many with significant trauma and loss. A key part of the filmmaking is to remember those who have died and to provide a form of socio-psychological support for the displaced and the affected. This is a crucial step for a community where there has been no concrete effort to officially remember the victims. Secondly, we challenge religious divides theory by representing different perspectives, including those from the academics, public intellectuals, and the displaced people. Third, by providing an alternative information source. This film, in a way, shows that information that is existing is biased and have contributed also to the social gaps. Community screenings of this film offer an alternative source of information that promotes an impartial dialogue. These allow the local audience to see their own story presented in a new light, fostering understanding and also encouraging usual conversation. To this end, Wake the Flies is more than a film to us. It is a historical remembrance, a social healing, and a global dialogue mechanism. It is an act of wake work to honor our past and inspire a more peaceful future. Thank you.